Hey guys, good evening. Good evening to all of you and welcome in this session of Oliveboard. I hope that the audibility and visibility is working fine. So today we are here to have a discussion on a very specific exclusive point, that is, if you are joining us through the selection batch, then what should be our strategy towards the preparation and what should be our perspective related to the syllabus, what type of questions examiner asks from us in the exam, and the depth of the syllabus, which module we should approach in what manner. These all aspects and how we will be discussing in about the content in the classes. All those aspects will be covered today. So let's start talking about it. So you can join me in the selection batch through the super elite plan so that you can be associated with me up to the examination. And my name, because we are here to have an introductory discussion. So, my name is Dr. Pradyumna Sharma, and I have done my PhD in commerce. Other than that, I also have certain other academic credentials, which is there in front of you. I am a company secretary as well as a chartered accountant, also, and I will be delivering accounting and financial management to you. So agenda of the discussion is very simple. What is our syllabus of AFN? What type of concepts they ask in exam from each module? What is the pattern of exam? And then we'll have a glimpse of that what type of questions are IIBF is asking nowadays in the examinations. So, because it's a very important, I personally feel that when there is a introductory session, an introductory session is always very important in every aspect. So you must have the PDF of that session in your storage. You can download it from the courses tab, and then you scroll down. You can go to the YouTube classes PDF, and then you can download it for your references. Must have PDF is this. So what is covered in this particular batch? What you will be actually getting out of this batch? The date is 7th of February. The most important batch at the Oliveboard platform is foundation batch. So you will have, because it starts in the month of November, just after the previous cycle exam. So you will get the access to all the basic and detailed lectures of that foundation batch, plus a very interesting exclusive feature of Oliveboard platform, that is 360-degree kit. What is this? This is something which can change your preparation pattern. When you attend a lecture, you need not to wait for a session where a faculty will conduct some quizzes. You can create your quiz at your own. You can generate questions from that lecture, the question which is relevant for the particular topic based on the class content. You can create a summary for your own revision. Plus, in this particular batch, you will have 80 plus live lectures of cracker classes. Now, what is cracker classes? We will be solving, we will be solving at least 600 to 800 MCQs, which is based on the examination pattern, that detailed case study pattern in these lectures related to accounting and finance. You will get my I would not say myself as a veteran mentor. I'm not that old, but yeah, you will get my support as much as possible. You will get my support in this, and I will be available to you, or I must say, I will be accessible to you through the WhatsApp or Telegram or through the community which is available in the batch. You can ask your queries there, you can connect with me, and we will be uh, connected and associated in that manner. You can get access to 40 plus full length mock tests. That means one subject, 10 mock tests, 10 mock tests of AFM of 100 question to test your preparation before the exam. And it is completely analyzed by artificially intelligence. Nowadays, it's a must have thing in your bucket when you prepare from this. Expert-led mentorship. Expert-led mentorship. I have already told you that you will remain associated with me. I think that that column is repeated twice. And all your classes will be in non-banking hours. All your classes will be in non-banking hours. That means all the classes will be in the early morning time or the late evening time. There will be no clashing with your banking hours in any manner. Now, let's dive deep into our syllabus. What is covered in Module A? What type of questions will be there from Module A? And most importantly, as a banker, we always want to be aware with that what topics will be of like very difficult nature and what topics will be of a easy nature, what we can cover easily, where we need a little more extra effort. Because this is an introductory discussion, this is very important. This is very important to have the knowledge about it. See, Module A will give you these five type of question. Even see, I must say every module will give you these five type of questions in the exam. From every module, there will be conceptual, numerical, or statement based questions, case study based question, or matching based questions. From every module, you will get that. Accounting principle and processes. First of all, as a banker, we always very keen to know that which topics are numerical, sir. In Module A, exclusively numericals, which is based on mathematical calculation, like there is a formula, like there is a calculation on calculator involved. Only one topic is there for that kind of numericals. That is depreciation. But in Module A, when we say numerical, we also includes journal entry into it. And as soon as we includes journal entry making in this, that becomes a very difficult part. Module A actually, Module A is an easy module, but because of the journal entry part, it becomes difficult for a banker. So that's why in making of a journal entry, we have to invest a very reasonable time. So this chapter includes journal entry. Then this topic includes journal entry. Then depreciation, the accounting part includes two journal entries. I'm giving you the counting also. Only two journal entries we have to remember. Then in bill of exchange, there will be two journal entries. Not two, only three. Let's have three journal entries in bill of exchange. These two are the easiest but have the very low weightage in exam. It's a very easy topic. Very easy topic. It's a very easy topic. Please just give me 1 second. It's very, just give me 1 second. It's very urgent. Someone is continuously calling me. It's giving me a sense of is there must be something very important. हेलो. हाँ हेलो. हाँ बताओ, मैं क्लास में हूँ, मैं आपको कॉल करता हूँ, मैं नहीं हूँ गाड़ी में उनके साथ. क्या कहाँ से? हेलो. हाँ, मुझे आपकी आवाज आ रही है। हाँ, बताइए, मुझे आवाज आ रही है, क्या हुआ? हेलो। हेलो। हाँ, ठीक है यार, क्या इस बात की क्लास में। Yeah. So, let's talk about the other things of the module A. Let's talk about these things. Just give me 1 second. So, module A, exclusively, this particular module is all about numericals. This module is all about numericals, and numerical means journal entry here. It is not about mathematical numerical. It is all about journal entries. You can see basic accounting procedures involves making of a journal entry, then rectification of error and adjustment entries are also journal entries. Depreciation also there will be journal entries. Bill of exchange there will be journal entries. Then two very easy topic of your syllabus. Then bank audit. Bank audit is again a topic which could give you surprise. And please pray for it because it's a very easy topic if prepared systematically. If you go in the memorization of this particular topic, it will become difficult for you. So don't let it happen. Bank audit and inspection is something which is a easy topic if prepared systematically, but if you are looking to memorize it, it will be a difficult topic. Okay, so we'll understand it accordingly. So this is the nature. Now, what topics of the module A are very important in terms of case study? In terms of case study, it is very important that basic accounting procedure, journal entry. Whenever there will be a question on journal entry will be based on case studies only. There will be a story, and based on that story, they will ask two or three journal entries from you. So, whenever there is a question of journal entry, be prepared that it will be of at least 2 or 3 marks. So, we will have to work hard on making of a journal entry. Now, when we talk about module B, in module B is comparatively a very easy module in compared to A. Although we call the module B as an advanced accounting. So it is an advanced accounting kind of module, but comparatively it's easy. Let me start with this. That balance sheet equation. This is a easy topic. Cash flow statement. This is a very easy topic. Core banking financial system. This is a very easy topic. And final accounts of banking company and preparation of final account. These topics are highly based on formats. So once you understood those formats, once you revise those formats 2, 3 times before the exam, it's good to go marks. Like you can score easy marks out of it. But this is the topic which will require a little more effort on your part. That is company accounts. Company accounts, if I include these two will be in three parts. First one is concept, and it is the major part. Concepts from the topic company account will in module B, that combination of company accounts 1 and 2 will be of at least 10 marks in your exam. So you can understand the power of that topic. So we have to be exclusively very well prepared about these two topics. It will give us good marks in the exam. Then uh, company accounts, second classification is certain formats like format of balance sheet of a company, format of profit and loss account, format of uh, profit and loss appropriation. These formats we have to be aware with, and then making of a journal entry is still there. Whenever it is an accounting will always involve making of a journal entry. So out of that 10 marks, 3 marks from the journal entry is exclusively fixed in every attempt. It will be there of 10 marks in your exam. You cannot skip it. So, is it difficult? No, it is new, but it is not difficult. We have to practice a little to be confident in that part. Okay. Now, let's move to the module C. Module C also offers us a little difficulty as a banker when it comes to the preparation. And the basic problem in this is because it's highly numerically oriented topic. Let me tell you, ratio analysis, financial mathematics, interest and bond valuation we call it as a YTM, then cost of capital, then capital investment decisions, then a little part of working capital management. There is a concept of maximum permissible bank finance in working capital that is also numerical. These are the exclusively numerical topics in Module C, which requires formula memorization as well as computation through the calculator shortcuts. You even can't calculate with the detailed procedure because of the time constraint. So here we have to practice more and more on those shortcuts. Ratio analysis, completely formula driven. We have to remember and memorize the formulas. Then this topic, this topic, lease and derivatives. So one, two, three, and four topics are exclusively conceptual, and in our language, we may call them as a theoretical topic. So these four topics will actually give you good marks. These four topics will actually give you good marks if you concentrate on the concept of this. But always remember, module C will always be of at least 30 to 35 marks in your exam. All the modules normally is 25 marks, but module C always encroaches a little part from the module B and a little from the module D. Module B and D you will always find of 20 marks in the exam, and that additional 10 marks will be added into the module C. Module C will always be of 30 to 35 marks in your exam, so you have to put your efforts accordingly in this particular module. And it's completely dominated by numericals. And I already told you, majority of numerical will be uh, blended with the detailed storytelling. And then from that story, we have to identify the data, and then data we will apply in the formulas to get the answer. Now, the easiest module of your syllabus, that is taxation and costing. Two topics which is related to tax exclusively. It's completely based on memorization. 10 to 15, or I must say 20% part is understanding, but 80% is memorization. Provision, section number, limits that we have to memorize, and it's not that difficult. It's not technical in nature. There is no calculator process involved here. So you just need to revise it multiple times and you will get the good marks out of it. Then the costing, marginal costing and standard costing. These two topics are numerical in this, and it have clear formula based easy calculation. So very easy calculation. For formula based calculation, there is no technical tricks or shortcuts of the calculator in this. Clearly, a simple formula, apply it, you will get the answer. Then a topic which is highly relevant for case studies, that is costing methods. Costing method is a topic which is highly relevant for the case study based preparation. Budget is also something which is case based portion, but it's very easy. Once you study it, you will always keep it in your mind. Easy topics. You need a little extra effort only in the taxation part because there is a memorization involved there. Now, what should be our approach? When you join the selection batch, complete at least 4 lectures a day. Now, that 4 lectures a day of a single subject or 1 lecture a day from each subject, that's your choice. You have to feel comfortable uh, in your setup that you are comfortable with 1 lecture per subject or 4 lectures of one subject, 1 lecture each or 4 lectures one. It depends on you. Numerical practice in accounting is must. Whatever numericals I have covered, you have to practice them multiple times. Whenever you have extra time on Saturday, Sunday, whenever there is a holiday, put majority of time into the practice of AFM, revision of AFM. This is the toughest paper of your JIB preparation. You have to be very, very confident in that. Then there will be a revision of concept. That is why I always say that if you are joining me, join me through the super elite plan because a super elite user will remain associated with me and the Oliveboard team till the examination. When you join us through the selection batch, once the batch is concluded, you have to prepare as per your self-study plan. And I personally feel that as a banker, it is better to stay associated with a group of bankers where you can feel that how things are happening. So, in a crash batch, we will be revising. Then you will have in a selection batch, you have the access of live cracker batch lectures. Then in exam week, we will have a quick revision in a capsule batch, again accessible to the super elite users only. So if you are joining me new in this batch, please join me through the uh, super elite plan so that that quick revision, that crash batch revision, these things remain accessible to you for a long term. This one promise. We need that one promise from you. If you give 1 hour a day to me for accounting and finance, I guarantee you the success in this paper. It will keep the failure away. 1 hour a day, keep the failure away in the paper of accounting and finance. So I need your commitment 1 hour a day only. If you are committed to that, if you give me that on a regular basis, I assure you, in the May attempt, you will go through your accounting and finance paper. So that's everything related to syllabus, nature of question and all. Now you tell me if you have any query, any doubt, any point you would like to discuss with me in the syllabus, anything you'd like to talk about, please tell me. Any one of you in the app or in a YouTube, please. Now let's give a quick look. Let's give a quick look to the how the content, what pattern we will be discussing, how we will be discussing the content in the classes. For example, in module A, you have a topic called capital versus revenue expenditure. So that capital and revenue expenditure means what? As a business organization, we make expenditures in two categories. One, where we are making expenses to create assets, and one where we are making expenses to do our regular activities. Like as a business organization, I am putting my money to create some asset. Any expense to acquire or improve the life of the asset, that is capital expenditure. That means an expenditure which gives us the benefit for a long period of time. That is capital expenditure. And capital expenditures are recorded in balance sheet. Capital expenditure is something which is depreciates every year. That value of asset, the asset which you created, value of that asset decreases gradually every year. Then revenue expenses, it's a short-term benefit that within a year that expenditure will exhaust. Day-to-day operational cost like salary, rent, electricity bill, all these expenditures are recorded as a revenue expenditure. Revenue expenses are recorded in profit and loss account, not in the balance. That is why that classification is important, because all the asset related expenses will go to the balance sheet. Those expenses shows us the financial position of the company. But revenue expenses are the routine expenses of the business. Those expenses shows us that how much profit we are generating by making these expenses. So profit and loss account records only revenue transaction and balance sheet records capital transactions. A very important key point related to that classification, and that key point is that if you classify any expense in a category of capital or revenue, you have to decide it based on the nature of the business. You have to identify that what is the nature of business. If the nature of business, for example, if the nature of business is furniture shop, buying a table for a furniture shop owner is a routine activity. He deals in these products. It is an inventory for them. He will be buying a furniture, he will be buying a table, and then he will be buying a table and then uh, he will be selling it. So that furniture shop owner buying a table is a revenue expenditure. It will become part of profit and loss account. But the same table, if purchased by a computer shop owner, that same table will become an asset for him, because he is not buying tables on every day. A computer shop owner is buying tables once in like 5 years or maybe 10 years. So that table will become asset for him. He will record that asset in the balance sheet as an asset. So whenever we classify a expenditure in a category of capital or revenue, we have to understand it on the basis of nature of business. So classification, nature is the king. That what type of business you do is the king. Then IIBF nowadays are asking that type of questions from you, from the uh, AFM paper. They give you a detailed story, like a company purchased a second-hand machinery, and then other than the purchase price, expenses on transportation, installation, trial run, worn out material replacement. All these expenses are made before it is put to use. Then machine is commissioned. Company spent on routine lubrication and minor repairs during the first month of use. After putting the asset in the use, they are making some expenditure on that so that it work fluently, like putting oil and grease into it. Management is in debate situation that all these expenses will be classified as a capital or revenue expenses. Some managers are of the opinion that put all the expenses in the capital expenses category and add in the value of asset, put them in the balance sheet. But there is a group which says that certain cost just maintains the machine, rather enhancing its capacity. So the expenditure which is normal or recurring in nature, classify them in the profit and loss account as a revenue expenditure. Auditor is insisted on applying principle of benefit. That is there any long-term benefit of an expenditure? If it is a long-term benefit, we will put that in the capital expenditure category. But if there is no long-term benefit, then we will put that expense into the revenue category. Finally, the question is that which of the following expenses will be considered as a revenue expenditure? So remember, these expenses are capital in nature. All of them are capital expenses. Why? Because accounting standard 10 tells us that if you do any expense before asset is put to use, that if you do any expense before asset is put to use, all those expenses will be considered as a capital expense and it will be added in the value of asset and will go to the balance sheet. But that lubrication work question is very clear that we are doing that expenditure after the machine is put to use. So expenses of a recurring nature which is done after machine is put to use will be considered as a revenue expense. And that was the question for us. So we have to prepare these case study based questions in the exam. So if you are ready to crack in the May, join me through the super elite plan and will prepare accordingly. We'll do all the hard work. We'll utilize all the available time after the banking hours to crack the paper. I hope everything is clear. If any one of you have any kind of query, please ask. If you have any doubt, anything in your mind, let me know. Let me know, or let's conclude the session. We'll meet on 7th of February and we'll start talking about all the topics related to accounts. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Enjoy the Sunday. We'll meet on 7th to crack the paper. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great evening. Good night. Thank you.